the last 4 years and a bit, I've been really involved with the Seychelles Island Foundation, which has been an absolute pleasure and privilege. I've been involved with projects, so invasive species to start off with, going in things to plastic pollution, like the Aldabra Cleanup project. I was happy to work with many people on that. And the last 2 years has been really focused on communications and outreach. So whether it's virtual or in-person events, a lot of more virtual due to COVID.
Yeah.
Really connecting people to the sites that we manage, so Aldabra, Tor, Valimé, Forfenzina, but also a lot of the research, so simplifying it in scientific communication.
Yeah.
Really. And that's something I'm very passionate about, really keen to see others do and just to see people learn. So that's been my professional side of things. And then volunteering has been mostly with the Global Shapers Victoria Hub. So they have the Environmental Youth Leadership Program, which I was coordinating up to now. I had to let go, obviously, because making a change and move, but it's in great hands, and that really equips the next generation of environmentally conscious leaders to take climate action in their communities. So getting them out to places like Silhouette or to the landfill, talking to environmental leaders. So that's been a big part, and Global Shapers does a lot more, but I won't get into it now. And the Sustainable Ocean Alliance, I've been doing a couple of projects with them, being part of their Youth Policy Advisory Council, so contributing to international documents, instigating dialogues around deep sea bed mining in Seychelles and in the region.
Is that something that's currently happening here or going to?
I think on Seychelles' list of priorities, it's not the topmost.
Yeah.
In the region, it's quite interesting. I mean, the moves that maybe Mauritius is interested in. I mean, we share the joint maritime area with them. I think it's something the Seychelles shouldn't be prioritizing at the very moment, but it shouldn't be something that just appears out of nowhere. We should be following it. So in the world and in the regions, there are various countries and various companies that are presenting the deep sea and the minerals that are found in it as the solution to the renewable energy transition that we need. And most scientists will tell you that it's not needed, and that we know so little about the deep sea that if we start messing around down there, exactly, we've already seen what happens to landmines. So why are we going to 2,000 kilometers? Exactly. Yeah, so that's some discussion I've wanted to have with people.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I mean, I didn't even know that was in the works, or possibly in the works for Seychelles. But it is scary because, I mean, mining for resources, right? Minerals and...
Yeah, so I mean, like you have coltan, I mean, things like copper, precious materials that go into batteries, into your computer. I mean, the truth of the matter is, there's trillions of dollars worth of these things, and we're getting to a point where, the deep sea is anything about 200 meters below sea level, so down. And so we're getting the technology to finally get there. But you have to ask yourself how much of these materials are being wasted and dumped into landfill. I mean, somewhere like the EU, they only recycle 5% of these things. So that's gold, that's copper, that's coltan. There's a lot of things, and you're thinking, why are we dumping these things? So there's a whole move towards what people are calling, circular economy. You never have waste in that sense. You really try as much as possible to ensure materials, or even energy actually, doesn't just end up in the environment causing damage now or later.